Yo, what's going on, guys? Chris Barner here, Power Training TV, all things power athletic related. I got an interesting question from a guy. He was basically telling me that he is a discus thrower at an elite level from what I gather. And he's been instructed by his coach this off season, or right before season, I guess, to do 100 rep sets, okay, of exercises to improve the discus. If you're not familiar with the discus, it's a weighted disc. They throw it one all-out max effort shot for as far as they could throw it, basically. And I've received questions like this before, and I kind of just wanted to give you guys a background, because a lot of, I guess, times that, you know, we assume certain people are training a certain way. So I just want to touch base on this. He's wondering if this is, you know, going to go against his training, or is this going to be detrimental to him improving in the actual discus. And I'll answer this in two parts. The first part, I will talk about volume. For 100 rep sets, it depends on where you're at. From what I gather, you're at an elite level. So if you're some scrawny kid who's never done anything before and you want to increase your power, let's say you wanted to jump higher, okay, and you just had no muscle on you, or you know, nothing at all, maybe I'll prescribe some volume, some hypertrophy type work. I don't think I'd go to 100 rep sets unless I was trying to get you to become a bodybuilder. With that being said, if you're at the elite level that you are and you want to improve, and we're talking inches, feet, stuff like that, and you're not talking 30, 40 yards or whatever it is feet, then let's touch on two physiological basics, okay? There's so much that your body's working in correspondence to produce that one all-out effort discus throw, that one all-out jump, that 40-yard dash. So let's kind of just use two systems or two branches that we could just talk about just for this type of training. Let's talk about energy systems, and let's just touch on muscle fibers, okay? So your energy systems are broken down like this. You have your phosphagen, your glycolytic, your oxidative. Your phosphagen is 0 to 30 seconds, okay? This is going to be from 30 seconds to 3 minutes, and then this is going to be 3 minutes and forward. All right, so this right here, this phosphagen, this creatine phosphate levels, this is going to be your all-out burst, your 40-yard dash, your 1 rep max, your discus throw. Glycolytic is going to be your standard resistance type training, anywhere from 30 seconds to 3 minutes. And then your oxidative is going to be anywhere, I guess, categorized from a mile run to a marathon, okay? That's not saying that when you're running a marathon that only this oxidative system's working. All three are on at the continuous time, but we place more emphasis of where we're getting energy from in that particular movement. Now that we have that, let's look at muscle fibers, okay? Because they correlate with this. We usually consider it type 2X, which we also call type 2B. We have type 2A and we have type 1. A lot of people like to standardize these as fast twitch or slow twitch. These can be considered pure muscle fiber types. In between these, we have hybrid types. So we might have type 2XA, type 2AX over here on this spectrum. And research shows that depending how you train, you can literally start to see a shift in the muscle fibers. So what's that mean? If you take somebody who is been training for a marathon, a standard guy for a marathon over here for the past year, and you start making him power train, so literally all he's doing is maxing out in the weight room, and he's doing a lot of sprinting and jumping, you're gonna see an actual shift in fibers to over here. Now that's not saying there's a big argument that you know, if you take a marathon runner or you take like somebody like Adrian Peterson, he's never going to turn into a marathon runner, or vice versa. And yes, there is an extent to where your body's genetically predisposed to what it's capable of, and the number of fibers and stuff like that. But research does show that you can contribute to this depending on your training. So now that that's all said, sorry, there's my rant, there's my big textbook thing for you guys. But just to kind of show you where you're at, these 100 rep sets that he wants you to perform are all over here, right? And your discus, your competition, you know, that one jump, that one discus throw, that one 40-yard dash, you're all right here, right? So why is he wanting you to train here when you're competing here? You get what I'm saying? Now, like I said, I touched on volume already, but the basic thing that I have to answer for you guys, if you want to increase that, if you want to increase your power output, start focusing on here. Break it down a different way. Your training, if you want to start thinking of your training a different way, start breaking down the movements. If I have a lateral plant and then I have a twisting move, you want to work stuff like wood chops, you know, really explosively, maybe a med ball circuit where you're exploding with the twist. You also, I mean, that's just a pure, I guess the arm just follows. Yeah, so make sure your shoulder is stabilized, so you're doing a lot of prehab, producing as much torque as you can. Make sure that whole posture is balanced out and you're not kyphotic, it's not tight here. You know, break it down like that. 100 rep sets, I mean, that's kind of like some Rocky Balboa shit, but I mean, do what your coach has you do. But in my head, what I would be doing is focusing over here. If I needed the volume, I would take care of it. Place your focus here. I hope that helps. Sorry for the long rant. Chris Barner, Power Training TV.